persistent pain,
Mm.
the kind that just hangs around day after day, makes everything feel like such an effort.
Oh, absolutely. So many people experience that. And the first thought is often, medication, just trying to get some relief.
Right. But what if there's more to it? What if we could tap into, well, the body's own ways of finding relief, approaches that aren't just about pills?
That's exactly where we're headed today, exploring those other avenues.
Yeah, we're doing a deep dive into natural, non-medication strategies for managing chronic pain. The goal really is to find practical things, techniques that offer lasting relief and actually improve your quality of life.
And we've got some great guidance here from Dr. Surta Ram Vishnoi. We're looking at 2 key resources, his Lifelines by Supremedic episode number 56, Managing Chronic Pain Without Medication, and also his article, Natural Strategies for Chronic Pain Relief.
So both from the same expert.
That's helpful.
It gives us a consistent perspective.
Definitely.
Okay, so the plan. We'll start by, getting a clear picture of what chronic pain really is. Then we'll look into physical therapy and exercise. Maybe some surprises there. Then mind-body techniques, acupuncture, acupressure. Heat and cold therapy, too.
Simple but effective sometimes.
Yeah. And nutrition, huge factor.
Yeah.
And finally, emotional support and stress management.
So covering a lot of ground, but breaking it down.
Exactly. Building that understanding piece by piece.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Defining chronic pain. It's really important to see how it's different from, say, acute pain.
Right, like a cut or a sprain. Pain that you know will heal.
Precisely. That's acute pain. It serves a purpose, signals an injury, then fades as you heal. Chronic pain, though. Dr. Vishnoi really emphasizes this in both sources. It's pain that sticks around. We're talking months, even years.
It becomes more than just a symptom then. It's a condition in itself almost. And the causes. Dr. Vishnoi lists quite a few. Things like arthritis, fibromyalgia, nerve damage.
Stress, too. Injuries, maybe leftover pain from surgeries, other medical conditions.
And sometimes, frustratingly, there isn't a clear medical reason, right? The pain just persists.
That happens. And the impact, it's not just physical, is it?
No, not at all.
No.
Both the podcast and the article really hit on the mental health side. Anxiety, depression, just sheer frustration. It's common.
Yeah, people can feel really isolated, like nobody quite gets it. And that can lead to feeling, well, pretty helpless.
It has this knock-on effect, doesn't it? Messes with your sleep, drains your energy, affects your mood.
Relationships, productivity. It touches everything. It's a whole person issue.
Which means it needs a whole person approach to manage it.
Exactly. And that's the hopeful message here, the one Dr. Vishnoi puts forward. You don't have to rely only on prescription meds. There are other effective strategies. It gives you back some control,
Yep.
Empowers you.
Okay, let's dig into those strategies then. First one, physical therapy and exercise. Now, honestly, if you're in chronic pain, exercising might sound awful.
Totally understandable. It seems counterintuitive, right? Why move something that hurts? But what the sources explain is that gentle, targeted movement is actually incredibly helpful. It can strengthen the muscles around the painful bits, improve flexibility, and even, over time, help reduce inflammation.
Okay, that makes sense. Like strengthening your core if you have back pain. Provides more support.
Exactly. And Dr. Vishnoi mentions specific types, things like yoga, tai chi, Pilates. They focus on that gentle stretching and strengthening. Really good for back pain, arthritis, fibromyalgia, those sorts of conditions.
And what about getting the heart rate up a bit?
Yeah, low-impact cardio is key there. Think swimming, cycling, even just walking. It boosts circulation, gets those endorphins flowing. They're like natural painkillers, and improves mobility without making the pain worse. And of course, working with a physical therapist, that gives you personalized guidance. They can target specific areas, work on posture.
Posture can be a big factor, I guess.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Mindfulness and meditation. This might sound a little out there for some people, dealing with very real physical pain.
I get that. But the science behind it is actually pretty solid now. It's about how these mind-body techniques can change your perception of pain.
How so?
Well, they help calm the nervous system. So instead of being hyper-focused on the pain and the stress that comes with it, you learn to shift your focus. It lessens the emotional weight of the pain.
So, like mindfulness meditation, Dr. Vishnoi explains it as focusing on right now, observing thoughts, sensations, even the pain, But without judging it.
Exactly. Not trying to force the pain away, but changing your relationship to it. And studies, as mentioned in the sources, show this can actually lower reported pain levels. Plus, it boosts emotional well-being.
And physiologically.
Yeah.
Does something change?
Yeah, it can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's rest and digest state. It counteracts the stress response, which often ramps up pain.
And deep breathing. That's part of it, too.
Big part. Simple but powerful. Consciously slowing your breath triggers that relaxation response, eases muscle tension, which often makes pain feel worse.
Right. That tension you don't even realize you're holding.
And progressive muscle relaxation is another one mentioned. Tensing, then releasing different muscle groups, helps you let go of that chronic tension.
Okay, interesting. Now, what about acupuncture and acupressure? Traditional Chinese medicine. Been around forever, so.
There's definitely something to it for many people. The idea is based on energy flow, qi, moving along pathways called meridians.
Right.
And the theory is blockages or imbalances in this flow cause pain. So acupuncture and acupressure stimulate specific points on these meridians to restore the flow and relieve the pain.
Okay, so what's the actual difference? Needles versus...
Pretty much. Acupuncture uses very fine needles inserted by a trained practitioner. Acupressure uses manual pressure, like a targeted massage, on those same points.
And you can do acupressure yourself sometimes?
Yeah, with guides or see a practitioner. That's an advantage. And people report relief, especially for muscle and joint pain, headaches.
How does it work, supposedly? Interrupting pain signals.
That's part of the theory. Interrupting pain signals, maybe releasing endorphins, promoting local healing, several potential mechanisms.
Okay. Now, something probably more familiar. Heat and cold therapy. Simple stuff, but does it work?
It's often a go-to, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Heat is great for relaxing tight muscles, increasing blood flow, reducing stiffness. You know, that feeling from a heating pad or a warm bath.
Yeah, soothing.
Cold, on the other hand, numbs the area and reduces inflammation. Think ice packs. Often really good for arthritis flare-ups or a recent injury.
So it depends on the type of pain.
It can, yeah. And the sources mention you might even alternate between them, get the benefits of both.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk nutrition. This feels like a big one that maybe gets overlooked sometimes.
Hugely important. What you eat consistently can really influence inflammation levels in your body, and inflammation is often a major driver of chronic pain.
So food can either help or hurt, basically.
That's a gist, yeah. Dr. Vishnoi really highlights the difference between anti-inflammatory foods and pro-inflammatory foods.
Okay, so what are the good guys, the anti-inflammatory ones?
Well, omega-3 fatty acids are right up there, found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines.
Good for arthritis, fibromyalgia, things like that?
Potentially, yes, because they directly help reduce inflammation. If fish isn't your thing, flax seeds and walnuts are good plant sources too.
Okay, what else?
Turmeric, that bright yellow spice. It has curcumin, which is famous for its anti-inflammatory effects, might help with joint pain, muscle soreness.
I've heard about that. And ginger.
Another great one. Fights inflammation, potentially eases osteoarthritis pain, general aches.
So adding these spices could make a difference.
It could. And it's not just specific items. Berries, blueberries, blackberries, leafy greens like spinach and kale. They're packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation too.
So a generally healthy whole foods diet is beneficial?
Absolutely. Oh, and magnesium is mentioned as a supplement to potentially consider, but like any supplement, best to chat with a doctor first.
Right. So we know what to eat more of. What about the foods to maybe cut back on? The pro-inflammatory ones.
Yeah, unfortunately, quite a few common foods fall into this category. Processed foods are a big one, often high in unhealthy fats, sugar, preservatives.
Okay.
Refined carbs, white bread, pasta, pastries. They can also trigger inflammation. Trans fats found in fried foods, packaged snacks.
So basically, the typical modern Western diet isn't doing us many favors here.
For inflammation and pain, often not. Even some processed vegetable oils can be problematic. So the takeaway is really focusing on whole, natural foods and minimizing the processed stuff. It's a long-term strategy.
It all connects, doesn't it? Okay, last area, but definitely not least. Emotional support and stress management. Living with pain day in, day out. It takes a toll emotionally.
Absolutely. Frustration, sadness, anxiety. It's completely understandable. And managing that emotional side, managing stress is crucial. It affects your physical pain levels too.
So how can people get support? Dr. Vishnoi mentioned support groups.
Yes, connecting with others who get it can be incredibly validating. Sharing experiences, tips, it breaks that isolation. And these can be in person or online now, which is great.
And therapy.
Very helpful, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It's mentioned specifically because it helps you develop coping skills by changing how you think about and react to the pain. It tackles those negative thought cycles.
Makes sense. What about simpler things people can do themselves?
Journaling is mentioned. Just getting those feelings out on paper can reduce mental stress.
A release valve.
Exactly. And creative outlets, art, music, whatever works for you. Expressing yourself can be really powerful for managing emotional pain.
And we can't forget sleep, right? The pain-sleep cycle.
Oh, it's vital. Poor sleep makes pain worse, which makes sleep harder.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle. Prioritizing good, restorative sleep is non-negotiable.
And stress in general, just day-to-day stress.
It amps up pain perception. So finding healthy ways to manage stress, mindfulness, hobbies, therapy, again, it's all part of the puzzle.
Wow. Okay, so just to quickly recap, we've covered quite a toolkit here. Physical therapy, exercise, mindfulness, meditation, acupuncture, acupressure, heat and cold, nutrition, emotional support, stress management.
It's a lot of potential options beyond just medication. And that's empowering, isn't it? Knowing you can take these steps, integrate these approaches to, well, take more control and improve your quality of life.
Definitely. But it's also key to remember this is personal, right? What works wonders for one person might not do much for someone else.
Exactly. Patience and consistency are key. Trying things out, seeing what resonates with your body and your experience.
And importantly, this isn't about ignoring serious pain.
Absolutely not. A crucial point from Dr. Vishnoi in the sources. If pain is persistent or getting worse, you must see a medical professional. Rule out serious issues, get a proper diagnosis, and discuss all treatment options. These natural strategies are often complementary, not necessarily replacements for medical care when it's needed.
Right, very important distinction. So as we wrap up, the idea is really about nurturing yourself, body and mind, for more sustainable healing, isn't it?
I think so. It's about finding strength not just in pushing through pain, but in exploring these, well, gentler yet really powerful ways to cultivate well-being.
Something for you listening to think about, perhaps? Exploring what resonates on your own path to feeling better.